Hello everybody, it's me here, How to Cameron, and a warm welcome to today's video. Today I am not happy. We are having a rant about British gas, okay? I am livid. We all know that energy is expensive, electricity is very, very expensive, especially when you put into consideration how cheap it used to be. It's one of the worst hit by inflation things there is. If you look at everything that's gone up with the cost of living crisis, electricity and gas is like number one. Now before this video starts, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new today, show your guys' support. Whatever you guys like, I will continue doing, or whatever I like. Well, hopefully we'll both like it. If I like making the video, you'll probably like watching it. That's how I think of it going. So let's start off with a bit of context. Right now I live in a one-bed flat and it sucks, okay? I hate it. It's why I'm buying a house. For me, I moved from Derby where my family live. I moved away from my parents for a job, and effectively, I moved to Tunstall, and this flat has sufficed, okay? For the year and a bit that I've been in here, it's done its job. But at the end of the day, and I don't want to sound cocky, I make too much money to live in a fucking flat, okay? I have too much money to live in abject poverty, okay? And that's how it feels sometimes, because it sucks. The people around this area suck. Everything sucks about it, okay? Don't even get me started. I'm just sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. As I mentioned before, I've got a house I'm buying and I'm really excited about that. So firstly, this apartment doesn't have radiators, okay? It only has electric underfloor heating, and it sucks. It sucks ass. I've never used it, okay? So in this flat, my warmth, the way I get warm, is I light a candle. So guys, outside, it is 2 degrees Celsius, and we've got, this is it. This is heating me up, guys. I'm wearing a t-shirt, the candle's heating me up. My boiler don't even fucking work, okay? I literally have cold showers every day, which is mental. I told someone that, and they said I was dirty because apparently if you don't have hot showers, it's like unhygienic. But then I think they failed to understand that I use soap. Like, you just use soap. There isn't fucking oil on me. I don't need boiling water to melt the oil down. Like, I'm not that gross and disgusting. Like, it's fine, okay? It's fine. I promise I'm not unhygienic, okay? That's like my biggest insecurity, being unhygienic. Because when I was a kid, I was unhygienic and disgusting. So I don't want to be that way again. But no, I don't even use hot water for anything, okay? Washing the pots, I actually have to boil the kettle sometimes. If there's like fat on something, I actually have to boil the fucking kettle just to get it off. So the point I'm trying to make is I'm living in poverty here when I have a lot of money, and then I don't even need to. I could literally just get the electrician to come around, but I just can't be bothered. But pretty much the point I'm trying to make, in a very skewed manner, is I don't use much electricity, okay? I barely use any, and I've been that way for the past year and a bit that I've been in this property. I do have a heater, the candle was a joke. I also have air conditioning, if it's too hot, but I don't use it like all the time. I use it quite temperamentally if I really need it. So what am I mad about with British Gas? Well, they messed up the readings, okay? This video is such a such a stupid thing to do. What do you call my generation? Are they millennials? No, they're the generation afterwards, Gen Zs. It's like the most Gen Z thing ever. I could complain about these issues to British Gas and get it resolved, or I could make a video on it and get nothing out of it. Yep, that's a good idea. But pretty much what happened with British Gas is they got the readings wrong. And I want to explain how they got the readings wrong. So the readings that you get for your meter are outside. When I first moved into this flat, I got no communication from British Gas whatsoever. They didn't tell me anything, okay? They didn't message me, they didn't send me a letter, they sent me nothing about electricity. And back then, I didn't have much money, so I wasn't complaining, okay? I wasn't complaining, I was thinking to myself, okay, the bill will accrue, but by the time it's accrued, I'll be able to afford it, and it won't even bother my finances at all. So I kind of just put it on the back burner. I took a photo of the electric meter, and I was like, okay, if they ever ask for a reading, that's the reading. Fast forward about 9 months, I still got nothing from them. They never messaged me, they never made contact with me, And I was trying to register like my flat to me on their website and it just wasn't working. Okay, I actually tried that multiple times. I'm not a freeloader. I don't like the idea of a bill just accruing in the background that I'm never gonna see or combat in any financial way. And eventually I did, but then I couldn't log into the account. Like, it genuinely just would never let me look at the account. It would send me an email saying, oh, you've got a new bill, but you know, it just never let me look at it. It just never let me logged in. Eventually, I wasn't able to log in, so I just sent them a reading, right? I sent them that initial reading when I moved into this property on the 25th of August. Now, I remember, you know, I checked the meter, it's just outside. It's like communal, like you see other people's meters. But I got an initial number, I'll show a picture of it, right? And that was my initial reading back in August of 2022, 25th of August when I moved in. So that was the time that, you know, it was my place. It's my responsibility to pay for the electricity. So I go back to it, and I think this was back in like April or something, and the meter is just reading bullshit. It's reading this number that's way lower than the initial reading. It's just completely wrong. The way a meter works is you have a number, you come back to it in a month or whatever, and the number goes up by a certain amount. What you find is the number that it reads is typically much more big than the difference. Like, you're gonna go there, the number's gonna be 14,000, and then in a month it's gonna be 100. No, it's not gonna be 100, what the fuck am I talking about? It's gonna be 1,400, 14,000 and 100, let's say. So it starts off at 14,000 and then it goes to 14,100. It's normally a very small difference in comparison to the number. The number was dead ass, like 100. So it went from the initial reading, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was lots of digits, and it went to like 100. And I was like, how can that be right? How can that be right whatsoever? It makes no sense. So I couldn't get a reading on the meter. I just thought to myself, well, I'll give them an initial reading and that's sorted out. They fitted a smart meter. I don't actually know where it is. And eventually I got my account, and then the bill came through and it was an estimated bill, and it was just ridiculous. I think it was something like £1,700, and that was for like a year period. And I remember thinking to myself, like, electricity's expensive. Maybe that's correct. So I didn't really think too much about it and started paying it off like a fucking retard. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm starting to pay off this £1,700 charge, which is obviously a lot of money. I don't know what I was thinking trying to pay it back. And eventually they fitted the smart meter in. Now the smart meter, and I've got to get the numbers somewhat right, was estimating, I say estimating, it was reading that I was using about 100 kilowatts a month. I think it's kilowatts, I'm pretty sure that's the unit, but don't quote me on it. So it's saying that I'm using 100 kilowatts a month. And as of late, I've been terrible with the electricity usage, okay? I've been turning the heater on. I've left the computer on, you know, many days in a row. Pretty much I'm causing climate change here, okay? So the fact that it's only 100 a month is surprising to me. Because what they did, right, is they got the initial reading on the smart meter, which apparently started off at a number that wasn't zero. So they fitted the smart meter, but then it already had a number on it. And then they deducted the initial smart meter reading to my reading back in August of 2022. And that's how they charged me for, you know, the months where I didn't have accurate readings. It works out to be about 300 kilowatts a month. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's kilowatts. That sounds right, to be honest. But they charged me for 300 kilowatts a month. But guess what, guys? When I actually got the smart meter installed, it's 100. Okay, so they've charged me 3 times the amount of usage as what it actually is. Now, I know people are going to be saying, oh, Cameron, but you have no proof. I'm telling you now, the usage that I've been using now is the highest it's ever been, okay? It's the highest I've ever been. I've been recharging all my dildos all the time, 24/7. I've got 28 of them, okay? They're all in a box. They take up a lot of energy. It's like a Bitcoin miner, right? Back then, I was, I didn't have them. I didn't use that much electricity. I don't know what I'm even getting at. Like, I'm trying to be funny, but it's just fucking weird. But what I'm trying to say is there's no way I was using 3 times the amount of energy that I'm using now. Because back then I was actually terrified. Like, I remember when I first moved out, first got a job, I was terrified of spending money. I was like, oh God, I'm in poverty, I'm nearly bankrupt. But now, you know, I know I've got a bit to fall back on. So things like energy, I don't mind spending a bit more if it means heating up the property to a comfortable level. I say that, I've got a candle heating the flat up, but that doesn't matter, okay? What I'm trying to say is they've scammed me. British Gas scammed me. So I eventually messaged them, and this was back on Friday. I know you guys care so much. And I messaged them like, you know, you've charged me for about 300 kilowatts of power, right? I think it's power, I don't remember. I did physics at A-level. I'm pretty sure watts is power, and then energy is joules. So I'm saying, yeah, you guys have charged me for 300 kilowatts a month for a year. But then since the smart meter's been installed, it's 100 a month. And you've charged me 1.7k for a year of energy when I live in a 1-bed flat. Like, that is ridiculous, okay? Energy isn't that expensive. That's actually mad. At the end of the day, they got the bill completely wrong. That's the point. That's the whole gist of this video. But I'm pissed off, okay? Because their customer support sucks ass. Okay, I was talking to this customer service agent, Abigail. Abigail, I hope your family fucking dies, okay? I'm sick of you. But Abigail didn't understand what my point was. I was trying to explain, how can it be 300 kilowatts a month up until the smart meter was installed, and now the smart meter is installed and you've got an accurate reading as 100 a month. Surely the backdated bills are wrong, because there's no way I'm using a third of the energy that I'm using before. And she was saying to me, oh, well, energy costs have changed. Yeah, but my usage is wrong. It's not about the cost of energy, it's about how much energy I've actually used. That's what matters, okay? I don't argue against the cost of energy changing, obviously it's changed. But the amount of energy I've used has been represented incorrectly, and it's your fault, you morons. And on top of that, eventually, she was like, oh yeah, we'll get it solved, we'll get it resolved, but the bill that you have, your latest bill, July to October 2023, that's accurate. And I'm like saying to myself, you know, on the live chat, I'm literally talking to myself because I'm mental, I'm there going, I know it's right, you moron. I don't have a problem with that. You know, the fact of the matter is, the bill that I've seen from July to October 2023 is what I agree with. And that should prove that the bills that I've been given before are wrong. And she said to me, oh yeah, we'll get it all updated and we'll resolve the issue of the bills before July 2023 by 6 PM. And nothing's been resolved. I still owe £1,000 to British Gas, and that's just crazy, right? And then they start with the bailiffs. It pisses me off that it does so much. Like, you fucked up the bill. And then they send me a message, okay, we're gonna refer your debt to the bailiffs. Bro, it's not a debt, okay? You've got the bill wrong. What, you're gonna send the bailiffs over? Like, for what? I don't own anything. It's all in stocks. What, they're gonna come to my trading 212 account, right? Let's sell some of his stocks. Bro, you're not getting anything out of this flat. All I have is the fridge freezer. That's all I've got of value. Everything else, and the door's locked, so you have to break in through the door, and then you're gonna just take my fridge freezer, what the fuck? But the thing is, right, and this is what pisses me off about, like, bailiffs, if you refer to a bailiff agency, they're gonna think I actually just, like, I'm refusing to pay, but actually, I'm trying to resolve the issue. Like, I'm actually trying to resolve the issue, you guys got the bill wrong, it's your problem. If you just send it to the, you know, debt collecting agency, they're just meatheads. Okay, they're just abusive meatheads that exploit, for the most part, poor people, people who are struggling, you know, and they do it and they're intimidating as hell, and, you know, they have that right, the bullshit, you know, right of, okay, well, we can come into the property, we can get a warrant from the police, and it's just, it's so archaic, like the way that these debt collection agencies operate. They're just so archaic and wrong and exploitive. And they're just meatheads. Like, they actually think they have so much power and they're so strong, like, and you're fucking 40 years old and bald. Like, come on. Like, you're acting like you're looking down on me. I'm looking down on you, bro. You're a failure. Anyway, I'm absolutely pissed off right now. I'm actually pissing myself off. But the point I'm trying to make is these debt collectors, they ain't nothing. And that's the thing, it's nothing to do with me. Like, I don't hate debt collectors, but it's not relevant to me. It's not me refusing to pay a bill. It's me trying to resolve a bill because it's objectively wrong. And British Gas are trying to exploit me, like they try to exploit lots of other people, by charging a ridiculous amount of money that's not accurate whatsoever. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I know it was a crazy rant. I actually come across as mental, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just in a bad mood. I don't know why. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new today, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Take care. Woo!